Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today I'm just going to do a quick video. I'm just going to show you the basics how to make the envelope journal, the large one. So I'm just going to sort of like show you the basics on how I put it together. Okay, so this one I've used the Chevy Shades of Purple kit on this one, and this one I'm just going to use the Grungy Rose. So what you need is a large envelope. Now this one, I remember, is 12 and 3/4 inches by 9 inches. Okay, and then I've just got 3 pieces of digital paper. I've already sewn around the edges of it because I'm just going to stick them on so it looks like they've been sewn on. Okay, so I'm going to pop those to the side a minute. So what you need, you want the opening on your right hand side, and then what you do, you want to sort of like, that's where you fold it over. Okay, so to put one on the front, so this will be the front of your journal, so you want the opening then on your left hand side underneath, so it goes down that way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop this one on the front. Now again, the digital papers won't fit because the envelope's bigger, but then again, if you've got, you don't have to use this size. This is the size that I've got. So I'm just going to stick that on. I'm just going to use a little bit of glue stick through the middle of it. So just stick this down nicely, like this. Nice lot of glue on there, like so. And then what, oopsie daisy. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to just pop a little bit of this glue on the outside, just around the edges. If I can get it out, I think I need a little pin in here. I remember it got a bit stuck up, so let's see. Pop this just a bit around the edge because this is really good, nice sticky glue. So I'm just going to show you the basics because like I said in my last video, I did do the whole thing and the video didn't record properly, so that was very frustrating, but never mind. So I'm going to just stick this onto the front. So this will be the front of your journal. So that looks pretty straight. Like that. Make sure it's stuck down nicely. Nice and flat. Glue on there. Okay, so then what we want to do is turn it over, so then you've got the flap this side. So open your flap up like that, and then I'm going to pop this one on the inside like this. So the same, just like that. Same again, bit of glue stick, or use whatever glue that you normally use. But this is I consider a glue stick a dry glue, so it doesn't wrinkle up the paper. Oopsie daisy. It just sticks really well. So pop this on. Little bit of this glue around the edges. Like so. Once you've done this once, it's quite easy. It's quite a nice way of making a little journal, or this one's a big one, out of an envelope. So stick this down. Put that on so it's roughly in the middle. I think it's sort of straight. There we go. Make sure the edges are stuck down nicely. I sew this on the other one. I did sew these two on when I opened it up, but I found this is an easier way to do it. You don't need to sew them on. You can just sew around the paper so it looks like they've been sewn on. Okay, so that's like that. Now what we need to do, we want to make sure this is stuck down properly because we need to fold it now. So we're going to fold this in half. Oopsie daisy. like if I can, fold it in half like that. Make sure it's not too rumpled up this side. Where's my folder? There we go. Just squash that down so it's nice and folded. Okay, oops. So that's stuck down nicely. Now what I want to do, I just want to chop off the top and the bottom just so it opens it up. Now I think I will probably just use my scissors on this. You just want to cut a tiny little slither off. So it's probably this way is better. So just cut a tiny bit off the edge. Alright, do this. Just like that on this side. Again, you can use your knife and your metal ruler. I'm just going to quickly snip this off. Just like that. Put those to the side. So then this, hopefully, will open up like that. Okay. So what we do, so we've got, that's the front, this is the inside, so this flap goes over like that. Okay, this one I've just stuck down and didn't put a pocket in the side, so I've just, let me stick this down properly, just popped a little bit of glue on there like that and stuck that down like that. Oopsie daisy. Okay, so what we want to do on this one, okay, on the front, I've got the little pocket in the top of this one. So again, like we made the other one, just take a little half moon shape on here, really, isn't it? Just like that. I won't go over the paper. Just want it on here like that. And then we'll cut that out if I can, just like we've done on the other one. So it's just a bigger version, really, like that. So that's got your little dip in it there. Right, now I didn't put another pocket in here because this is going to be the other sheet, the other page. So you just lift up half of it. That's why you need to cut it open like that. So this will be your other page. So it's the same, if you can see, it goes into like a T like that, which is like this one. That's this, the journal bit. So that goes into like a T in there like that. And what we want to do before we stick this piece on, because that's what we got to do here, I just stick this piece on here like that. And then that means that you've got 2 pages. But what we need to do first is just sew around like we did on the other one. So it's just around this bit and along that back piece. Okay, and this piece is just, it stays the same. Okay, and that's stuck down. So all I've got to do, I'm just going to, I'll be 2 minutes, I'm just going to sew around that little bit. Okay, so that piece has been sewn around there. So I've just gone all the way along with this piece. Let's just chop this off like that. Little straggly bits can be cut off. Now what I want to do, I need to put something on the back. So let's find another piece. Let's just have a plain piece. So I just need a little section. So let me just chop the little white edge off here. So again, these papers are the grungy rose, which are absolutely gorgeous. I love these papers. So just cut those 2 pieces off. Oopsie daisy. to go to about there. I just fold that over. Don't need a huge amount, just a little bit. If you've got a little bit of spare, you could even put a little bit of coffee or tea stain paper on the back. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stick that. I probably should have stuck that envelope before I sewed it really, but never mind. Just stick this down. Yes, I would suggest sticking it on before you sew it, because then you'll have the stitch marks along there. There we go, so that's your little pocket in the front, like that. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to glue this little section down. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue all the way down here, just to hold this page together before we stick the other one on. So just a little bead of glue along here, just like that, so that holds that in place. So there we go, that's the front, that's the inside bit, and then you've got the other flap here like that. And then what we're going to do, we're going to stick this piece of paper onto here like that. Okay, so that sits on there like that. Glue this down. And then it depends which side. You can put your journal pages any side you like, either side. Oops, the end of my glue stick. Pop some glue on. Not coming out very well. Oh, there we go. Big blob. All the way around the edges, like that. Perfect. So this will just sit on here, at level, just like that. Just fold it over. So we've got the edge there. Perfect. There we go. So then we've got our little book, like that. So then you open it up like that. This is the one where I pop the pockets in here, so you've got the two pockets and the little opening there, so you can put two pockets on here, and you've got the little opening there. And then when you go over the page excuse me, like that, all as I did, I've popped it in just one signature there. And I've just done the same as the other one, just popped a couple of pockets either side and made a big envelope to go in there. So you can either put your signature, oopsie daisy, in the front bit, whoops, the front bit here, or the back bit. So that's how easy it is. And what I did, I went round at the outside, look, I've got glue everywhere, with some gesso. So here, that sort of like muted it down a little bit, so it's not so sort of like dark. So all I've got here, this is the gesso I use. It's the big pot of Galleria white gesso primer. So I just buy it in great big pots because I do use quite a lot of it. So just take a little bit off the lid like that, and then I just go over it just lightly to start with, and then just build it up depending on what sort of colour that you want on there. Let's open this up like this, and then all you do then is sort of like add the pockets wherever you would like them. I put some on the front and just put them wherever, so it's the basics. I just wanted to show you the basic way of putting it together, and then you can just see how it's all done. So you can see how the gesso just lightens up that edge nicely. Just pop a little bit on like that, let it dry, and then you can always add a little bit more if you need to, but it makes a big difference. Whoops, doesn't it? I think it looks really nice like that, especially with these papers, because they're grungy rose and they look really nice. And then you just do that on the inside as well and cover all these bits up. Now you can sew down here like I did on this one. Just added a little bit of trim down there on here, and then you can see. So there we go, guys, that's how it all comes together. So it's quite simple. And again, let me go through this one just to show you what I've put where. I popped a little pocket on the front here with two little tags, just a little sideways pocket. I popped some little embellishments on the top, little dingly danglies. I popped some seam binding down here, and there's a little bit of lace inside, so it's like a double. Two pockets like that, some dingly danglies. This one I've just added a little like grommet on there, just to, I put that in before I stuck the pocket on, and then I just made sure it would fit, and that just goes over the top. Two little pockets there. We've got the little top pocket there, and then again you open it up, and then all I did, I just sewed in the signature like you would sew in a normal signature, and here, so you can just see. You can't really see it because I've got the wax thread on there. So there we go, guys. Well, it's quite simple, isn't it, once you know how? So it's just, instead of sticking it all down, you've got yourself a couple of pages like that. And again, if you wanted to, you could always add, instead of sticking a page on there, you could stick another envelope on the back, do exactly the same, stick another envelope on the back, just glue down the sides, and you could have a pocket, and then you could have a few more pages in it. So that would look quite nice. So it would sort of like be attached to the back like that, and you could open it up and you could sort of like attach those two pieces there and have a pocket in there, and then have another journal on there. So there we go. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed that. Love to see if you make them, so do please post them on our Facebook group, and I hope you're having a lovely day, and I will see you soon. All right, guys, take care. Bye bye.